Welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Eros mod. Today we're going to deal with the Danish. Last time around we landed on the island, but we have no moves, as it was quite cumbersome unloading the horses and guns onto the beach. So we give the initiative over to the Danish, see what they come up with, if they're going to attack us, or if we are allowed to regain the initiative by the Danish being passive. It's going to be there's going to be quite a lot of Danish to defeat here. However, by doing this, we're defeating 5 armies I think they have on the continent that I don't have to fight. So that's going to be kind of a big boon, because we're going to remove a lot of this. And before we go ahead and end turn and actually get this started, see what the enemy does in response to this, there was some questions surrounding the UK, Great Britain, England, whatever you want. Oh yes, in between turns I moved up this ship because I wanted to kind of feel out the idea of trying to snipe out the British 2 last holdings and see if I couldn't get rid of them that way. And not having to fight all the hordes of armies they still have. Nothing compared to the Austrians, though, in terms of the amount of troops, because I think the Austrians have like 20 full stacks or something like that, and that's the only, and that's in the territory I can see. God knows what they have in the east. Probably not as much, because then they don't have as big holdings over there, but still, there's a lot of Austrians. Anyways, back to this. As I was moving up to check, I noticed, well, Wales doesn't have anything, but they do have all their fleets set up here. Basil and Henry Sullivan set up with their fleets. So we got 3 lined up with troops, and then there's another army that wants to get on board, but I guess we're gonna go with this fleet right here. I wonder what this ship is. This kind of yellowish is a little bit bigger. Oh, is that? That's Edward Pellew! You have a mind to fight! That is well, for you shall have your fill. Yesterday we received a communique from Paris. The revolutionary government in France has declared war on Britain. But whatever face the Frenchmen choose to hide behind, they choose to hide behind, a Frenchman is still a Frenchman, and we shall beat him like we always have, because there's no power on this earth that can withstand the might of the British Navy. I almost made it through the entire thing. But right now these guys are bottled up. Maybe I should prepare for one hell of a naval battle. Try and rid myself completely of the British Navy. The thing, though, is as long as they stay put, it's fine. But aside all of that point, the point that was raised was sort of, break away the nations you can and then actually agree to the peace with Great Britain. The problem with that is that they have declared war on the Irish. So if I go ahead and sign a peace treaty, the Irish would fall the next day. Because, well, all of this would be going over here. And, you can chuck potatoes at the British all you want. When there's 3 or 4 full stacks coming at you, there's not much you can do. So we're going to have to hold this indefinitely to the end of the game. Hopefully it just is stagnated like it is right now. And in the end we won't have to do that much. Also, now then, when the British are bottled up here, I'm thinking I should actually put the Guards army into the mix as well, because I'm probably gonna need that. I keep needing armies that needs to be sent here to the east to deal with the Prussians. So that should be he should be marching as soon as possible. Also, yes. Grouchy should be marching as well. Currently it doesn't have the range to kill off the rebels, but that will soon come, and then we also need to kill off those guys over there, but that should also come rather soon. So that should be all fine. With that, it's now time... Oh yeah, I can actually send a spy over and take a look what they got. And then I've got the spy in Russia. That's on his way over here. Take a look at what they got there. What I've noticed is that the Russians got nothing here. If I'd actually made it in here with my army, I could have gone from town to town without much Russian resistance. I don't know where they keep their armies. Anyways, enough of these sidetracks. We're all on the same page right now. Let's go ahead and see then if the Danish attack, or if we are allowed to take the initiative in the siege of Copenhagen. On my bingo cards of what's going to happen on my bingo card, Austria declaring war. I guess they realized after I said, you know, Austria actually has 20 full stacks. They realized, oh shit, we have 20 full stacks. Why don't we try and recapture our capital? That's not great. And I need the armies back here, or I need to draw armies from France and get over here as soon as bloody possible. Not gonna call my allies. This is not great news. This is not great news at all. 20 full stacks with the Austrians who like to stack infantry, with, you know, an army then being God knows how many. Plus the Austrians have bigger units to begin with. 20. We're talking thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of troops coming at us. God damn it. Okay, so I'm not going to do this battle, but just to give it a count, if all the Austrian armies are like this, all the 20 stacks that I've counted, that means they would have, what? 4,000 times 10 is then 40,000. And then that times 2. That's 80,000 men. If I did my math right. Well, the Danish take the initiative. It's just a shame for the Danish that their initiative is not that great. I do realize here, though, when looking at the Danish army, we're looking at 6,000 men against our 3,000, so they're twice our numbers. And they've got a lot of guns, so they're gonna attack us first with three batteries, 2 12-pounders and 1 6-pounder. Then the first reinforcement army is gonna bring in 3 batteries, and the second one is gonna bring in 4, bringing a total of 10 artillery batteries, each having at least 4 guns. There's a lot of math suddenly in this episode. I wish there was more meth. No. It's time to fight. This is actually the fact that they're gonna bring in the guns first actually is rather great, because if it was the other way around, they brought them in at the end, then I feel like I was screwed, especially since they bring in quite a few howitzers. The key thing here in the beginning, though, is not to waste my cavalry. We're gonna have to send in the cavalry to get rid of a lot of these cannons, but we're gonna make sure that we have a lot of cavalry left, especially light cavalry, so we can ride down retreating troops. I want as few troops remaining as possible when I go to lay siege on the actual castle. The longer I'm forced to lay siege to that area, the more likely it is that the Danish will bring in reinforcements to save the castle, and that's trouble. But enough talking about this. Let's see what we can do on the battlefield. So onwards to battle we go. Don't worry, I will skip forward to the point where we actually do battle against the Danish. I just wanted to show a little bit in the beginning here. So it looks like both the reinforcement armies are coming in quite close to each other, over here and over here. And as we can see, the battlefield is most likely going to take place here. We've got the town on our left. We got this wood, which we're going to take up defensive position in. we've got a few houses on this side. I'm hoping that they've got like they're maxed out similar to other buildings where they take very little damage from cannonballs. It feels like it's either it's like the houses on the Waterloo map where, you know, a full like fire from a battery will take 1%, or it's like it takes one cannonball hitting it takes like 25% health. It seems like it's either or. It can't really be somewhere in between. So I'm gonna bring up my guns. I'm gonna sit next to this house somewhere here. We're gonna have the carbineers, which we have 5 of. Gonna sit through here. With the grenadiers through here. And then the fusiliers around here, possibly taking control of some houses here. Just to kind of make strong points where the enemies are held back. Currently we are facing an enemy artillery barrage, which have killed quite a few troops. I don't want to spearhead the cavalry in right at the minute, because even though like most of the units up here are like guns, artillery, there are a few infantry, and there is quite a bit of cavalry, so there's a risk still trying to push through all of this that would lose quite a lot of cavalry troopers, and I'm gonna need a lot of that alive. But that's a starting summary. Hopefully we don't lose too many men. We make good use of the woods to protect our troops, start to return fire with our guns, and then have the cavalry sweeping in good order to sweep away all the enemy artillery. The enemy is now ordering in their cavalry. They got 6 units across the line. I wished I could go into square, but I feel like there's a high risk when there's so much artillery, and we've yet to been fired upon by the howitzers. I want to hold for as long as possible until we unleash the first volleys here. It looks like they're gonna send their cavalry in towards this side, and then towards here. Point blank fire took out a lot of them. Now when they're all stuck there, the cavalry can go in. My guns are not ready as of just yet. Looks like we're gonna take quite heavy losses on the infantry due to these cavalry attacks. The squares are holding, but I don't like to see numbers like 40 men taken out of a lot of these units. The cavalry is now coming across. There is infantry battalions in the way. I'm contemplating actually sending my carbineers actually down to deal with the enemy cavalry. The heavy cavalry won't be as useful, I think, going after the artillery. I need something light and nimble to after these guns. Oh, now they've started firing the howitzers. The cavalry. Okay, all the cavalry was now broken just in time for the heavy cavalry to arrive. The Lancers from Bergen is going to go for the howitzers. All the enemy cavalry. Cavalry is not that important. If cavalry were to make its way back to the castle, I wouldn't cry about it. But if infantry does make it back, that's a bigger problem. Right now, I'm sweeping through this very well, I'd say. Okay, my guns are ready, but I think... No, it's fine, actually. This position is fine. Okay, we have a possibility here. You will go for those. You will go for those. I really need all of these guns destroyed before we can move on. I am worried though about this guy right here. And we've got a cavalry unit that has rallied. You need to drop the square. I don't know why you haven't. The heavy cavalry is fresh and could actually be used then. Ah, shit. God damn it! My German Lancers. The Lancers of Bergen. They got stuck there and slaughtered. They might be able to rally because they still have they had 50 men in the line. Grenadiers need to move up. This is also actually very risky and unnecessary. When I just lost a cavalry unit, I will order the carbineers to move back. Alright, let's focus in on this cavalry unit. Tag team that. And then I'll order my guns to start blasting. Alright, infantry forward. We're deep in the woods. Right, we lost one carbineer in that. The thing is, there was like a landwehr unit which could have easily been taken out by a cavalry charge. The thing was though that there was 2 units close by, and so while this one might have taken quite the time to break that down, actually we need to draw these lines a lot longer and run to position. Okay, shit. The guards took a little bit of fire here. So we still have 1 Lancer unit and 1 Hussar plus the Carbineers. And the Lancers of Bergen have rallied somewhere, I think. There. They really hid themselves. Right, move back to safety. Okay, we're doing good damage here. This howitzer, I think, might try to recrew. Maybe I should send in my cavalry to try and sweep away this Danish infantry so I can set my troopers, set my infantry in the right order here. I think they actually tried to... Normally the AI doesn't try and recrew, but of course the AI is smarter in this mod. Let's give a little bit more cannons going through here. Okay, now I want you to hit the troops that are coming up from there instead. Right, 1 go for the landwehr, 1 go for these. And as they go in, I'm gonna order my troops to hold fire. Right, hold fire. 7th Lancers go in here. And the 18th go in after the landwehr. Danish infantry caught unprepared in both cases. And they're getting destroyed. We have 1 remaining here. Yeah, I bet it's the cavalry that's quite tired here. I'm gonna have to make sure that these get destroyed. Right, this one going towards our line. Not too worried about that one. And the militia is now down to like 45 men. I'm gonna push these guys to the point where they get tired, because I'm gonna put them behind our lines anyways to recover. So even though I shouldn't really push them when they're exhausted, I really need for these units not to return to the castle. Oh, these guys are setting up, the Marines setting up to fire. We just need to slaughter these guys a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull off before we lose too many. We're down to 69. We could have stayed at 69, I think. 69 feels like that's a pretty good number, if you know what I mean. Oh shit. How are they able to hit that many from that distance? We went from 68 to 55, I think. Or did we switch? I think we switched unit there. Alright, now you can move to the back. What are we doing here? I don't like these numbers. I'm gonna push in the Carabiniers. Still have the smaller Lancer squad. I haven't pushed the Fusiliers into the fight at all. Maybe I should push a unit into the house now, actually. Take control of that. We've been firing on the sharpshooters, but right now these guys are presenting a almost perfect target. They're like 4 man deep, moving, so we can fire up the side of it. It's perfect. We're not doing much damage here, and I think I want to draw the line higher up here. Gotta keep an eye on the numbers though. Right, the Carabiniers are fresh. We'll fire until the very end of it. Hold fire. And the Carabiniers ride through. Yeah, we did a number on this unit. And the sharpshooters as well. And they're the Carabiniers. The Carabiniers lost 4 troopers in that charge. Unless they had lost people previously. But they're now able to slaughter that unit. The Grenadier Brigade will reorganize like this. And then the Carabiniers will open fire again. Alright, they're down to 34. Carabiniers can move to the back again. They're tired. These are very tired and exhausted. We're ordered to move into the same area over there. I don't know, they keep marching on here. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. No, they are... I think they are lining up to fire. Yeah, they are. The Grenadiers should return fire as well. At this point, we do have kind of a lull in the fight. I'm gonna focus in. I'm gonna still focus in the cannon shots here, I think. Or we're gonna have one cannon focus on that. We're gonna have another one focus on that one over there. And then maybe see, there's quite a few units heading towards the town, which probably would be to my advantage. This militia, which is the purple militia, is one of the last units in one of the reinforcement armies, I think in the second one. So if we're lucky here, there's not going to be many more Danish troops coming up. We've done quite the number on these bastards up here. I do noted that they did have grenadiers, I think, or if it was lifeguard. We got Danish sharpshooters. Oh, there we got the lifeguard at foot. We've been able to focus in so much fire here on those units, plus the artillery. So we're really giving them... Alright, we've got one Danish coming in here. Be able to knock that one out. And make sure just that the... Oh, both of those are now broken. Right, I needed to send some troops to the back to try and run these down. Which... They're extending their lines that long. Clearly these two... Quite unhappy. I mean, I can afford to have... like these 2 units leave. But not any more than that. What are you doing? Are you heading for the carabiniers? I don't want you to fire on my heavy cavalry. Those guys are expensive. What are they doing? I think they might be going after the carabiniers, but I'm not sure. Should get pretty good shots off on them from that distance. Right, the sharpshooters have opened a fire with the fusiliers, and the sharpshooters are clearly winning that one. And then we've got 2 Landwehr coming forwards. Contemplating here what to aim at. This is not going to work out in the long run, so I'm going to pull these guys back and hope that... you know what, let's focus right down the middle on that one. Actually on the one that's coming up behind. So we try and bounce through that. What are they doing? They've completely like bypassed this guy. They're clearly going for these carabiniers. I'm gonna send over the other unit and we'll try and team up on them to destroy them. And then these 2 will make it their way around town and see about dealing with other enemy troops coming through. I'll set you up like this and set you up like that. So as anyone comes through here, you can fire on them. Oh, they're getting quite close here. Switch to canister, even if it's out of range. Oh, now this grenadier is definitely in need of aid because now it's training fire with the Danish unit completely on his own. Down to 145 men. Not great. Actually, now I don't need to turn that unit because, well, this one got swarmed by 2 units. Canister seems to be working here because the militia is getting torn up. As soon as this comes into range, we'll absolutely pummel him. Also, I should use my barrage abilities. The enemy was completely destroyed there. You should advance to a better position on the field there. And then the Grenadiers should advance to actually aid in this fight. The forest is covering us quite a lot. Well, now you can open fire then. Because now the enemy has been... Oh, god damn it. I was hoping maybe they'd march all the way up here. Now I lost like 30 men there. Back to round shot. Focusing. Actually, you can bounce shots up through there. And let's see. We've got units going through each other up here. So that could be targets for sure. Right now all the retreating troops are like covered by other units. Actually the lighter unit here could probably strike. The carbineers are tired. I feel like I could probably wipe away the troops that are here now. Because there's no... Oh shit, now they're turning and firing on the carbineers. I was too slow on that. Looks like I only lost 2 troopers. But that's not good. Gives free range to my Grenadiers though. To shoot at the Danes. I want to see if I can get this guy to go through. And now maybe, now the heavy cavalry can go in. Sharpshooters were blown to bits. Oh, lucky I didn't take the position in the house because that house is getting destroyed. Oh, we've got 2 units coming through here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back and I'm going to force them into those areas. And then the artillery, just to make sure here. Ooh! Oh shit, I forgot to order you to actually do a charge. Oh, no. Fire on this one before he fires into the cavalry's back. The cavalry drives the Danish troops into... and now the house is completely destroyed. Drives the Danish troops into my infantry. And then the cavalry will be ordered to the back. If the guns... no, they turned. I was hoping they didn't. Or didn't have time to. Oh, the what are the Danish doing up here? Fuck, shooting at this one. Why don't we fire on this mess? Right, now you can see what's happening here, where the Danes are forced into these thick columns, while I'm still in these Chad lines, firing into them. Where I could probably actually gain ground to be able to increase the advantage here I have further. You are ready to retreat, you haven't been fighting for so long, but all of a sudden here you are ready to leave the field. Let's see if we can't push up some more troops and make sure that everyone's on fire at will again. We got a single unit out here, and then the Danes in the town. They decided to make, like, the formation wasn't bad before. They decided to make it worse. If I had Kirkman's gunners here, I could line them up here and fire up through this. Unfortunately, my big guns don't reach, and I don't think I don't think they have the opportunity to punch through the buildings here. So we've got 4 Danes coming down there, and then it looks like the main assault is going to go down here on the more or less fresh Fusiliers. Those fresh Fusiliers need to be backed up by cavalry. Ah, these 2 units starting to make their way around. I am bouncing shots through them as they advance here. And we are taking quite a few before they even turn up to fight us. You would think winning slightly. You would think we would be winning a lot more, given that the enemy is not able to put down as much fire as we are. And in the long run here, this one's down to 167. That's not great. And as these come in, that's not good at all. As much as I would want to punch these through, or like tell them to run as fast as they can to get these, I feel like I'm probably gonna need that cavalry for charges against these troops right now. I mean, the Carabiniers and the Fusiliers is going to take the brunt of it, and then I'm going to send in the Grenadiers. I think 144 is going to have to sit... What? Oh, they managed to break through there and are about to break through here. Even with my seemingly like advantage, my troops were forced to retreat. I'm gonna have to redraw a line like there. The Danes are coming close for canister range, and there is like 3 units inside of each other. Here's another Carabinier. And then the Grenadiers pushed in hard. Count the Carabiniers. And then these 2 coming up behind. And then I have this one in the woods. Could be moved out through there. Oh yeah, they're walking into my canister. Unfortunately for me, there's 2 militia battalions and the lights, so it's not like a huge victory to break these guys down. Oh, we got 3 units coming in here. Who's running now? Wait, who is running now? It's none of the Carabiniers. It's none of the cavalry. I don't know who's running. The guns are gonna get so many kills this round. Shit. This unit's not happy. I just need you guys to hold for the artillery to do its work here. So many troops routing. now, who's running now? Now, the Fusilier. Well, that wasn't a big surprise. Okay, gotta focus on that. Here comes the heavies, going in for the Royal Guard. And I'm gonna open up for these to go in through here. Oh, and second one is about to break. I'm gonna rally. Oh, they sent out an artillery crew guy again. Is it the same guy? It was transferred into another one. Nope. This time the artillery guy... Yeah, I guess he saw the last video and thought, oh, I'll do that. That looks cool. No. Just no. Okay, as we kind of lock those guys in place.
Our men are running, sir.
I'm gonna order these guys up. Carabiniers lost a lot of men against the... Oh, they might actually break against the Danish Lifeguard. Oh, all the Fusiliers left. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh yeah, the Danish-Norwegian Lifeguard broke my Carabiniers. They broke my heavy cavalry. And with all the Fusiliers gone, with the Fusilier brigade routed, I no longer have...
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, my cavalry is breaking down. I specifically ordered the troops that weren't. As they retreat, though, we might want to hold fire. I still have one out here. I'm gonna have to reposition this one. This one right here needs to continue to fire on the lifeguards. And now you can open up again. Why aren't you running those guys down? The Carabiniers came back for a second or two. Oh, one of the Fusiliers is back. Into the woods. Take up defensive position. This is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be, which is not great. Because, well, I need a pretty stunning victory here to not, or have enough troops really to I'm gonna pull my men back to the more defensive lines, and I'm gonna try and reposition the artillery. It's gonna be this one, hopefully, that gets into a better position. I've got 3 units now here. That is causing trouble. I'm pulling these guys in. I'm gonna move forward. And then I'm gonna move in the... oh, it's the Berg. The Lancers from Bergen. And hopefully it's going to be a chain reaction here with the Lancers being able to break this unit. Okay, nice. Artillery set. troopers here are not gonna hold for much longer. The Lancers went in. And I might finally we broke the guards. Oh, the Fusiliers are broken again. I didn't realize the general has also lost about half his bodyguard. The Lancers were broken at the same time. But now I've got a substantial advantage facing these two. And then these are advancing into the canister. These guys are getting hit though. The enemy normally quite bad at targeting the guns, but okay, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to move these like this. Oh, now they're broken here. Right. Forward. Forward. Nice. Round shot then for the troops in the back. Focus in on the lifeguard, I think. It's probably the way to go. This was a lot closer battle than I would have anticipated. Oh crap. The bloody guards came back. The Danes are fighting hard, but then again, it is their home island. So it makes sense that they're gonna fight for it. I'm gonna actually move you over to this side. Yeah. Broken. But we got two rallying over here now. Not good. But I'll be able to rally 3 units against them. Also, it's not that great that we're taking on the Danish right now in the open. They're sort of within canister range. You are you 2 guns are firing out of this one, and then maybe 3 out of this one. Oh no, both of these are running now, and this regiment came back. Oh no, these 2 are running. The general is running, and now these are running. God damn it, everyone's running. I missed that the general was running. I have 1 grenadier here. Move back towards the woods. Am I gonna be able to do it just with the artillery and 1 grenadier? Should be able to break this one, given that they walk straight into the canister right now. If this cannon could bloody well... yes, straight in the center, if you please. As soon as you can. Nice. Okay, so we broke the ones that are close. But we have still 3 enemy units. I'm gonna have to move the guns around a little bit. Because right now it's not going too well. 2-on-1 with the foot guards is not great, so you're gonna have to move back. I'm hoping these bastards don't come back. Gonna have to go further into the woods. Oh, the general has rallied. Like right before he leaves the battlefield, he decides to come back. Oh no, one of them have rallied. God damn it. This guy needs aid, so I need to get this battery out there. Oh no, we're getting fired upon from those guys. God damn it. Unfortunately, it looks like the battle is lost.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, the grenadiers just gave way. So just the guns left. We lost the fight for the island. God damn it. And it was so close. It was so close.
Our men are running, sir.
Now these guys break. So now one gun and the general. How everyone in all of a sudden something happened. I guess the general lost too many bodyguards or something, and then everyone just gave way, and the Danish held ground. This entire episode, I fought a 45-minute battle for nothing. Because while there might be at the end there's definitely going to be more Danish dead than there are going to be French. But they've got excellent replenishment rate on the island, so they're going to be back in full force, if not even bigger, once I try and come back here. I don't think canister is gonna work that well. I do have one rally point. Who would I try and rally? Or where? These three I would try. But I still would be facing 4 enemy units. And I don't think these guys would stand against. Nice. Alright. Turn around and try and shoot at that one. The general rides his hardest. The dying moments of the battle. Are we able to turn it around? So 1 cannon and the general for now. The thing that I've got going for me here is... Oh, we can't. We'll have to turn the entire thing around. And that's gonna cause quite the issues. Rally, damn you, rally!
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
And I inspire the general. I know you're exhausted and broken, but I need you to come back. Or, oh, I am able to fire. I didn't think I was. Since it didn't work to try and rally them, I'm gonna have to double back and go for the go back to the artillery. The artillery might be able to break this guy if I'm lucky, and then I can try and figure out the position for the artillery and the general, and then bombard these as they approach. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, and we have a crushing defeat on our hands. Utter disaster. It's a defeat. 6,000 enemies deployed against 3,600 French. The enemy loses 2/3 of their army at 4,000 men, leaving 1,800 left. And Audeno's army is cut in half, with 1,800 men dead, 1,700 remaining. Comes down to the cavalry killing the most, followed by the artillery, followed by even more cavalry, and then the carbineers. We do have one unit utterly destroyed. It's not the Lancers of Bergen. It must have been that one guard Lancer unit that was completely lost. If I can find it here in the list. Or I should look at troops remaining, I guess. General Staff 9, 12, this one here. The Lancers of the Guard. They were completely lost. I mean, remaining numbers is equal. The thing is, though, the enemy will get reinforcements, plus they will probably get a reinforcement of troops recruited during this end turn, so... This was an utter failure. I spent this entire episode with nothing achieved. God damn it. The Danish army was not content with that victory, that narrow victory I should say, and so they've sent the remainder troops to attack us. I have 1,700 men against 1,000 Danish troops. We're gonna have to fight hard, because this time if I lose, the army's dead entirely. We join the battle sort of right at the beginning here. There hasn't happened a lot in the fighting. I was able to outmaneuver and take the guns. The Danish have moved in a very odd angle and are now lining up against me. I've been able to kind of avoid fighting them for quite a while, and then having it come down to the artillery firing at them and then cutting at their sides throughout this fight. But it looks like there will be no more running, and it'll now go down to the actual fight here. Currently, I'm able to levy an advantage against the Danish army. They already were at a disadvantage of 700 men. With troops lost, with guns and so on destroyed, and cavalry units killed early on, it doesn't look good for them, and the officer of this attempt to destroy the French army was now killed. Which is just what I needed. The last cavalry unit, 17 Lancers, continuously being bombarded here. Even with like absolute shit numbers of troops, I might still be able to lay a siege on the capital, which could be enough in the end to lay the siege. If the Danish would have known what was good for them, they would not have pressed the attack and instead let me sit and rot on the island. Right, it's a slow burn here.
I don't know if they're gonna get these units back that are retreating right now, because like they're so tiny. So I'm contemplating sending my cavalry after them, or if it's better to keep the cavalry and trying to charge what's left. I think we'll bring these two up, and we focus in here and make sure that we break these. And then the cavalry will be used against the troops here. Focusing in on this one. These guys are going hard here, which could cause problem if it weren't for the fact that they get absolutely destroyed as they advance here. Or they're setting up to move in real close and then fire real close on us. Oh, and
Our men are running, sir.
it worked for them. They did the Carolean tactic, the bastards. As talking to my crap about Denmark. Hold fire, and the guns will hold fire as well. Right, point blank range, and I'll order the carbineers to withdraw. And they're broken. Right, cavalry, go after these guys instead, and then the lines can start firing again, while you would advance here. And artillery fire here. Right. The Danes... Well, we'll see what the aftermath of this is, but they could have just signed their own death warrant with this. Like, this was not a good plan at all for them. Let's gain some ground there. Right, now we'll go for... destroying what's left. And, I mean, there's no way they're gonna win, so I'll declare this a victory right now. Well, this time it ended as an heroic victory. The Danish lost almost everything with only 99 men remaining, while I lost close to 400 men, so I have 1400 roughly left. Highest killers goes to the cavalry, no surprise, plus one of the artilleries. Wonderful. Well, this is awful. I've got about 1400 men of my original force of 3,600, Now the Danes hold only 3 units in the actual capital, but there's troops outside which hold quite a higher number. Where in which, I mean, a single unit probably holds more than anything I could. And, I mean, in a battle here, there's no way I would be able to win, unfortunately. And there's no... The Danes get so much replenishment so quickly here that the longer I stay on the island, the worse it's get. Well, clearly we cut about a full stack down, but without any sort of reinforcement here, I'm gonna have to leave. So we need to get on the ships and land and get away from the fight temporarily. We will be back. Now, in terms of what the others are doing, Prussia is attacking here. The Austrians are massing tons of troops along this area here. Either if they're going to go through here or definitely going to go through here. Just going to go ahead and block this bridge over here. Make sure that that's a river battle. Suddenly, I am in quite the pickle. My mission to take out Denmark in one fell swoop has failed. We did an heroic victory there at the end, but unfortunately we had a crushing defeat. If I'd won the first one, I could have probably been able to lay a siege on Copenhagen, and I probably wouldn't have been able to outright kill them, but I would have been able to lay a siege. We would have been in a much better position. Not having the Austrians fight us, I mean, I don't think there's a way of getting around that. In between episodes here, I'm gonna have to work a lot, because if I'm gonna do a video about breaking down 20 full stacks, that's gonna take forever. It's gonna rival my longest series, which was up to 60 videos, I think. But yeah, there's gonna be in between work, so there might be a jump. Might be quite a jump in between this one and the next one, as I have to work away, grind down a lot of the enemies. But I don't know actually where I'll come back, what I'll come back to. It could be anything. It could be an invasion of England. It could be going at Copenhagen again, setting, trying to snipe out some provinces from the Austrians. But I'm gonna have to do a lot of work in between, where just grinding away. And now I'm once again in one of those moments where I just keep repeating myself. So I better end it off right here. So I will say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.